microphone, boy oh boy. Oh man! You throw a blanket over them. But it's battle stations, white flag comes out. She's on for young and old, this one.
Has he got the job done? Looks like he has on the inside.
The pace is electric out in front.
Well, welcome back, of course, to Moore Park Speedway, and we are here for the New Zealand Sidecar Championships, the short track championships. But whilst we're walking through the pits, we come across this young character here. His name's Sam Taylor. And Sam, one of the reasons why we wanted to catch up with you, mate, you've had a pretty good, outstanding season this season, jumping from one class to another class. How are you finding it?
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's everyone's chipping in, giving me a few tips. Finding Reedy's good, but Moore Park's a hard one to get around and getting used to it. But towards the end of the day, yesterday, I got used to it and got my shit together and got it going.
Okay, so let's talk a bit about these tracks. Obviously, you've done a lot of racing at Reedy Park. You know how it's going to go, what the track's going to be like. Moore Park, but different. Have you been to any other tracks in your young career so far that you could get some training and probably some tips off?
No, I race at a Reedy in here, but during the winter we're going to come up here and do a few trainings just to get used to it, because this track here is more of a technical track and you got to get that bike turning and get it going.
Enjoying being on the 500?
Oh, it's way better than that wee track, easier flowing, and yeah, loving it.
So what's your aspirations? Obviously you're reasonably young. A lot of people looking after you. They reckon you might be, possibly, based off attitude, you might be the next best thing, but that's sort of, what's your aspirations? Is that where you want to go with it?
Yeah, I'd love to have a crack, and my dreams to eventually get one NZ, and I wouldn't mind going to Aussie and doing a few rounds over there. Yeah.
Okay, so is there anybody that's sort of like your idol that you've sort of stepped back and watched?
Oh, probably Wilson Dean. He's pretty quick, and yeah, he's always chipping in, giving you some advice and helping you out.
Good stuff, and you're obviously next season you would have had a sort of like a trial season, so you'll be looking for some results next season, eh?
Yeah, next season got the under-21s down home, so I'd be hoping to give that a big crack and hopefully make top 3. That'd be a good achieve. Good
goal to go for, isn't it? Good sponsors too, mate. Who looks after you?
Imperium Hedge Cutting, Very Sharp Tiling, Nana and Grandad, JP Plastering, Super Sally Shelley, Southern Brakes and Driveline, Mum and Dad, and everyone that helps me out. Yeah.
You need to get a bit of extra bits on your bike to put all those sponsors on, mate.
Yeah, just a few there.
Hey, well, you're here today to have a bit of a run, so best of luck, and hopefully you bring it home today.
Yeah, cheers. Thank you.
Problems throwing chains, etc. And as I say, quite a long way to come, all the way from Auckland. Looks like Jake Turner on one of Andy Aldridge's bikes there. They're all set to race. Race 1 here at Moore Park. Due to go, they're up and away. Who gets the best of it? Looks like it's young George Congreve who makes us through that AB engineering turn with Jake Turner, the 19A bike there in that second spot. And following him is Sean Cox on the 10C bike in that third position. So the 99 completes one circuit quite comfortably. Oh, Jake Turner gets a little out of shape coming out of that Canterbury demolition turn, but out in front it's George Congreve who leads the way here with Jake Turner there in that second spot and Sean Cox on that 10C bike in that third position. So they'll get the white flag this time round. It's George Congreve who's got a handy break on the field here now, and he'll take that white flag with 1 lap left to run. In second spot, Jake Turner, and in third place, this Sean Cox are quite well spread out here now as George Congreve goes down that road, medals back straight, and through turns 3 and 4 for the final time, and takes the checkered flag with a very, very comfortable win there. Coming at home in second place is Jake Turner on the 19A bike, and then the 10C of Sean Cox ends up in that third position. Well, George Congreve, what a handy, handy break. He did that in a time of 64.06. 64.06. Quite impressive, George Congreve. Heat 2 for the solos. We'll see the 7i of Sam Taylor. Young 15-year-old rider who had a dispensation to ride in November last year. We've got the 23C, a bit more experience there in the form of Andy Aldridge. And then we've got Ben Worley on the 32C bike, the youngest rider here today. He got a dispensation in January to ride the 500 bikes, so he's out here performing as well. And then welcome back to Dale Finch on the 7C bike. Dale's been doing a bit of hard track riding. He was riding a Triumph in the 600 class and an MV Augusta as well. And he's been competing quite favourably in there, but it's good to see Dale back here at Moore Park and having a ride back on the solos. So Sam Taylor sitting there in gate 1, Andy Aldridge lining himself up in gate 2, Ben Worley in gate 3, and Dale Finch out here in gate 4. Heads up and they're underway. From the outside, Dale Finch got away pretty smartly, and he's going to head the field down through that McAlpine's turn. In second spot, it looks like it's Sam Taylor, is it? Then we've got Andy Aldridge, and a little bit further back we go to Ben Worley. So Dale Finch leading the way here from the 7i from Invercargill. It's young Sam Taylor. Then we've got Andy Aldridge on the 23C bike, and further back we go to Ben Worley on that 32C bike. Round they come once again. It's still Dale Finch on the 7C bike with the 7i bike of Sam Taylor sitting there in that second place. He goes a little wide. Andy Aldridge closes the gap as they go down through that Concut turn. It's still Dale Finch leading the way from now Andy Aldridge trying to get his nose in front. Sam Taylor just a little wide. Dale Finch, Andy Aldridge slows a little. Ben Whaley still there in that 4th place. Here's the checkered flag though. Dale Finch, his first ride back, he makes it a winning one. Second place going to Sam Taylor after a tremendous battle there with Andy Aldridge, who came home in 3rd place on the 7i bike, and Ben Whaley on the 32C bike coming home there in that 4th position. So that was done in a time of 65.68. 65.68 was the time there. Just about a second slower than the previous race almost. We move along now to race 3 in the program. This is the Solos Classics. We've got the 22C of Greg Crow, the 21C of Jackie Major, who had a massive day here yesterday. We've got Phil Coulthard on the 29i bike. We've got Glenn Soul on the 13i bike. And on the 34C bike, we have Michael Hardman. So this is the Solos Division 2s. Oh, so we've got no Jackie Major. Sorry about that, folks. Gates up, they're underway. Glenn Soul got away fairly smartly out of that gate 3 or gate 4, whatever one he was in. Michael Hardman has gone up into that 2nd spot. Then we've got Glenn Soul. Then we go back to Greg Crow. So out in front, it is Glenn Soul leading the way on the 13i bike. In that 2nd spot, we've got Michael Hardman on the 34C bike. Then the 22C of Greg Crow. And rounding them out is Phil Coulthard on the 29i bike. So Glenn Soul now with a handy 7 or 8 bike length gap on Michael Hardman as they come through this main straight for the 2nd time. Round they come. Michael Hardman still there in that 2nd spot. 3rd place is still Greg Crow on that 22C bike, and Phil Coulthard is running in 4th position on the 29i. So Glenn Soul down through that Concut turn he goes, past that Kaiapoi Collision Centre sign. Michael Hardman just losing touch with him a little here now, still sitting in that 2nd place. The 22C of Greg Crow sitting there in that 3rd position, and Phil Coulthard still in that 4th spot. So there was a handy win to Glenn Soul on the 13i. The 34C of Michael Hardman coming home in 2nd place. 3rd place was the 22C of Greg Crow, and Phil Coulthard on the 29i bike comes home in that 4th position. And that was run in a time of 70.35. Rightio folks, we head to the infield now for the Peewees. This is Division 2 coming out. This will be Heat 1 for them. We'll see the 73C of Dakota Rogers Green in Gate 1. The 4C of Luca McKinley in Gate 2. The 5C of Axel Lelivre in Gate 3. Gate 4 is the 9I of Slade Fordyce. Gate 5 is the 44I of Sam Coulthard. And Gate 6 is the 33C of Jackson Harley. So tapes up and away they go, out of the middle. That looked like Slade Fordyce on that 9I bike from Invercargill. He's away, so too the 44 of Sam Coulthard. So they're 1 and 2 at the moment. Looks like Luca McKinley, the 4C bike, moving around the outside, trying to get up into that third position over the 4C of, no, it's the 5, is it? 5C of Axel Lelivre. Sorry, and Dakota Rogers Green rounds them out there in that 6th spot. Jackson Harley on the 33 is back there in that 5th place. So at the moment it's the 44 of Sam Coulthard that's got out in front of Slade Fordyce on that 9 bike. Now it looks like the 4, is it, of Luca McKinley that's moved up into that 3rd place, and the 5C of Axel Lelivre there in that 4th position. A little further back we go to Jackson Harley on the 33 bike and Dakota Rogers Green on the 73. So the checkered flag there for Sam Coulthard on that 44. Slade Fordyce on the 9I takes 2nd place. 3rd place I think was the 5C, was it? Oh, no, the 4C of Luca McKinley. Then the 5C of Axel Lelivre. Then Jackson Harley, and 6th place going to Dakota Rogers Green on that 73 bike. That race run in a time of 62.78. Right, Division 1 of the Peewees. We've got the 72C of Oscar Drake sitting down there in Gate 1, the 16C of Chase Lang in Gate 2. Rossi McKinley, the 46C bike in Gate 3, and the 5I of Eli Bartley is out here in Gate 4. Eli looking forward to moving up to the 125s next season. This time, tapes up and away they go. Who gets the best of it? Chase Lang on that 16C bike sitting there in that 2nd spot. It's Oscar Drake though on the 72 that leads the way here at the moment. Slade Ford, Eli Bartley back there on that 5I bike in that 4th place. So that puts the 46C of Rossi McKinley in 3rd place. There's a bit of a battle on here with Oscar Drake and Chase Lang as they come back round through turns 3 and 4. Eventually Chase Lang on the 16C bike gets to the front of the 72 of Oscar Drake. Then we've got the 46 of Rossi McKinley and the 5I of Eli Bartley. They get shown the white flag this time round. Chase Lang, he's got the bit between his teeth and he's away. The 16C of Chase Lang is going to take the win here and take it quite comfortably from the 72C of Oscar Drake. Third place was the 46 of Rossi McKinley, and fourth place there, the 5i of Eli Bartley. That one run in a time of 54.02. Rightio folks, we get to race 6 in the program. And this is heat 3 for the solos. The 32C of Ben Worley in gate 1. The 99C of George Congreve will be in gate 2. And Andy Aldridge, the 23C bike, will be in gate 4. Oh no. Looks like we've jumped a bit here. We've gone to the 125s. So we should be seeing the 13C of Chase Burrow, the 86I of Finn Reid, the 55I of Dakota Kringle, and the 25C of Caleb Whaley sitting there. Tapes up and away they go. Dakota Kringle got out of the gate there fairly quickly, so too did the 25 of Caleb Whaley. Then we've got Finn Reid on that 86 bike, and the 13C of Chase Burrow rounds them out. So Dakota Kringle, all the way from Moore Park, he leads the charge here. So Finn Reid looks to try and get round the outside of Caleb Whaley as they come through out of turns 3 and 4 once again. Still Caleb Whaley narrowly there in that second spot, and fourth place there is Chase Burrow. Dakota Kringle on that 55i bike gets shown the checkered flag. Finn Reid using just about every bit of the inch of the track as he tries to make inroads on Caleb Whaley in that second spot. But Dakota Kringle will take the win on the 55i. The 25C of Caleb Whaley will come in second place. Third place is the 86 of Finn Reid, and fourth place there to the 13C of Chase Burrow. That one run in a time of 48.02. Heat 2 of the Junior 125s. We should see the 23 of Frankie Ray Lelivre, the 14i of Cormac Buchanan, and the 44i of Mason Coulthard. Tapes up, they're underway. Cormac Buchanan, the 14i bike, once again straight to the lead over the 44 of Mason Coulthard and the 23 of Frankie Ray Lelivre. So Cormac Buchanan is right in amongst it there. The 44i of Mason Coulthard in that second place, and the 23C of Frankie Ray Lelivre in that third place. So Cormac Buchanan, he's opened up a bit of a lead here. He was the winner here yesterday, and it looks like he's keeping up that winning ways here today. Cormac Buchanan, the 14i. Oh, Frankie Ray Lelivre goes for a bit of an excursion on the outfield. So checkered flag here for Cormac Buchanan on the 14i bike. Second place going to the 44i of Mason Coulthard, and third place there to the 23C of Frankie Ray Lelivre. That one run in a time of 45.84. on the outside. Andy Aldridge got away pretty quickly. John Congreve, though, he's got his nose in front. So Andy Aldridge there in that second place. Ben Wally there in that third position. Through that concave turn they come. It's George Congreve, the 99C bike, leads the way over the 23C of Andy Aldridge and the 32C of Ben Wally. So George Congreve once again comes out of that red band drainage turn with a 7 or 8 bike length lead over Andy Aldridge in that second spot. At third place, the 32C of Ben Wally. George Congreve will get shown the white flag this time round. Andy Aldridge still sitting there in that second spot, and third place here is the 32C of Ben Wally. There's been no change. So George Congreve, he'll get shown the checkered flag. He'll take the win and take it quite comfortably from Andy Aldridge, the 23C, who ends up in second place, and third place going to the 32C of Ben Wally. So that one run in a time of 66.43, sorry. Right, race 7 in the program. Heat 4 for the solos. Jake Turner, the 19A bike, should be in gate 1. Gate 2 is Sean Cox on the 10C bike. Dale Finch, the 7C bike, will take gate 3, and the 7I of Sam Taylor will be in gate 4. Taylor sitting there, he's all set. So too, Dale Finch, Sean Cox, Jake Turner, all set. Dave's going away, they go. Oh, Jake Turner missed the start. Out in front, it's Sam Taylor and Sean Cox having a battle for that first place. Looks like it's Sean Cox, so that's gone to the lead. Sam Taylor sitting there in that second place. Third place is Dale Finch. Oh, sorry, I've got that round the wrong way. Dale Finch leads the way from Sam Taylor. Sean Cox sitting back there in third place, sorry. And there we have Jake Turner in that fourth position after that bit of a mishap at the start. So Dale Finch is leading the way here. He's got young Sam Taylor sitting there in that second spot right with him there. And then we go back to third and fourth. Sean Cox and Jake Turner, who's made up a little bit of ground to catch up on Sean Cox. So through they come once again. It's Dale Finch will get shown the white flag from the 7I of Sam Taylor in that second place. The 19A of Jake Turner, he's worked his way up into that third position, and Sean Cox still there in that fourth place. So checkered flag once again for Dale Finch on the 7C bike. The 7I bike of Sam Taylor will come home in second place. Third place goes to the 19A of Jake Turner after that disastrous start, and Sean Cox, the 10C bike, comes home in that fourth position. That one run in a time of 67.49. on now to the Solos Division 2s. This is Heat 2. We've got Phil Coulthard, the 29i bike, coming out of Gate 1. Greg Crow, the 22C bike, Gate 2. The 34C of Michael Hardman, Gate 3. Hang on, we're missing a couple here, are we? And Glenn Sol, the 13i bike, is in Gate 6. So, tapes up and away they go from the outside. Glenn Sol got away pretty smartly once again, along with Michael Hardman, who's sitting there in that second place. Third place is Greg Crow, and fourth place is Phil Coulthard. So through they come. It's Glenn Sol just narrowly from Michael Hardman in that second spot. Then we've got the 22C of Greg Crow and the 29i of Phil Coulthard in that fourth position. So once again, Glenn Sol on that 13i bike comes out of that Canterbury demolition turn and back down through the Concut turn he goes, with Michael Hardman still there in that second spot on the 34C bike. Then we've got the 22C of Greg Crow in that third place, and the 29i of Phil Coulthard sitting there in that fourth position. They get shown the white flag here. Glenn Sol comes through out of that AB engineering turn. Michael Hardman still there in that second spot on that 34C bike. Then the 22C of Greg Crow in third place. So another good win there to Glenn Sol. Second place going to Michael Hardman, third place going to Greg Crow, and fourth place going to the 29i of Phil Coulthard. That one run in a time of 74 seconds neat. So that's Aaron Sullivan, Desmond Shackle, the 35C, Gate 1. Jeff Aldridge, Jed McClellan, the 62C, Gate 2. Sam Satherley, Tony McKenzie, the 64N bike, Gate 3. Dave Buckland, Chris Johnson, the 15C bike, coming out of Gate 4 here. All look happy. Tapes up, 64 air got away fairly smartly, so too the 35C of Aaron Sullivan and Desmond Shackle. Up in that second spot is Jeff Aldridge, Jed McClellan, and then a 15C of Dave Buckland and Chris Johnson move up the second fairly smartly. Sam Satherley and Tony McKenzie, the 64N bike, have just been overhauled there by the 52C of Dave Buckland and Chris Johnson. Looks like Sam Satherley and Tony McKenzie have called it a day. Out in front though, the 35C of Aaron Sullivan and Desmond Shackle. In that second spot, the 15C of Dave Buckland and Chris Johnson. And Jeff Aldridge, Jed McClellan on that 62C bike are in that third position. So round they come once again. Aaron Sullivan, Desmond Shackle still leading the way here from the 15C of Dave Buckland, Chris Johnson, and in that third position Jeff Aldridge and Jed McClellan on that 62C bike. Back down through that AB engineering turn they come. They'll get shown the checkered flag this time. It's Aaron Sullivan and Desmond Shackle that take the win from the 15C of Dave Buckland and Chris Johnson. And third place there going to Jeff Aldridge and Jed McClellan. That one run in a time of 70.42. Right, race 15 in the program. This is Division 2 sidecars, Heat 2. Sam Southerly, Tony McKenzie, the 64N bike coming out of gate 1. Dave Buckland, Chris Johnson, the 15C bike come out of gate 2. Aaron Sutherland and Desmond Shackle come out of gate 3 on the 35C bike. And the 92C of Ben Matheson and James Shelby come out of gate 4. Boys out there at gate 4 just making sure they're not going to roll forward. There's just a bit of a problem there where the bikes do roll forward a little out of that gate. So this time, tapes are up, they're underway. It looked like the 35C of Aaron Southern, Desmond Shackle. They've got away pretty well. 64N, Sam Southerly just hanging on to that second place. The 92C of Ben Matheson and James Shelby, though, they slide up underneath them. The 15C goes out high and wide. Dave Buckland, Chris Johnson, they've gone back to that fourth position. But it's the 35C of Aaron Sutherland, Desmond Shackle that lead the way over the 92C of Ben Matheson, James Shelby. Third place now is Dave Buckland and Chris Johnson. Sam Southerly and Tony McKenzie now go back up into third. Tony McKenzie, Dave Buckland, Chris Johnson try to get back round the outside of them once again. So, leading the way here, the 35C, Aaron Sutherland, Desmond Shackle in that first place. Second place, still the 92C of Ben Matheson and James Shelby. They'll take the win. The 35C of Aaron Sutherland and Desmond Shackle take that win and take it quite comfortably from the 92C of Ben Matheson and James Shelby. Third place going to Dave Buckland and Chris Johnson on that 15C bike. And Sam Southerly, Tony McKenzie coming in fourth place on the 64N. And that was run in a time of 69.73. Of Sean Cox. Well, George Congreve down that road middle, back straight he goes. He's got Sam Taylor sitting there in second place on the 7i bike. Then the 32C of Ben Wally rather, in that third position, and the 10C of Sean Cox in that fourth place. They'll get shown the white flag this time round. It's George Congreve got a handy break on the field here. 7 Eye, Sam Taylor still in that second spot. Ben Woolley, the 32C, sitting there in that third place. And fourth place still Sean Cox on the 10C bike. Take nothing away from George Congreve though. There's another good win to the 99 bike of George Congreve. The 7 Eye of Sam Taylor comes home in second place. The 32C of Ben Woolley takes that third position. And fourth place there going to the 10C of Sean Cox. That one run in a time of 66.01. 66.01 was the time. Right, heat 6 for the solos, race 17 on the program. We should be seeing the 23C of Andy Aldridge, the 7C of Dale Finch, and the 19A of Jake Turner. Andy Aldridge coming out of gate 1. So it looks like, oh yeah, no, there's Jake Turner. He's made the grade, he's out there. Dale Finch will come out of gate 2 on that 7C bike, and the 19A of Jake Turner will be in gate 3. Set. Pace rise, away they go. Oh, Dale Finch gets it up in there as he gets off the line. From the outside, Jake Turner goes round the outside of Andy Aldridge, but Andy Aldridge keeps it down low and he hits the front as they go down through that Concut turn. So it's Andy Aldridge on the 23C bike that leads the way here from the 19A of Jake Turner and the 7C of Dale Finch. So Andy Aldridge down the road, middles back straight he goes. Second place now is Dale Finch. He slides in underneath Jake Turner to claim that second spot. Jake Turner goes back to third on the 19A, but out in front it's the 23C of Andy Aldridge. Back down through that red band drainage turn he comes. Second place still Dale Finch on that 7C bike, and the 19A of Jake Turner in that third position. They get shown the white flag. They've got less than half a lap to run now. It's still Andy Aldridge as he comes down past that Concut sign with Dale Finch in that second spot. Third place, Jake Turner. So another good win there to Andy Aldridge on the 23C. Second place going to Dale Finch on the 7C bike. And third place there to Jake Turner on the 19A. That one run in a time of 65.79. So we're up to race 18 in the program, folks. This is Solos Division 2, Heat 3 coming up for contest here. We should see in gate 2, Michael Hardman on the 34C bike. Gate 3, the 13I of Glenn Soul. Gate 4, the 22C of Greg Crow. And the 29I of Phil Coulthard coming out of gate 5. Canterbury. Champs points being gained here. Also the New Zealand short track champs. Paints up, they're underway. Looks like Glenn Soul, he got the best of it. Michael Hardman in that second spot. Third place is Greg Crow on that 22C bike, and Phil Coulthard, the 29i, sitting there in that fourth position, sorry. First place though still Glenn Soul on that 13i. Michael Hardman, the 34C, coming up in that second spot. Third place, Greg Crow, the 22C, Phil Coulthard, the 29i, in that fourth position. Through they come once again. Out of that McAlpine turn is Glenn Soul. Down past the road medal sign on that back straight he goes. He'll get shown the white flag this time round. Second place still Michael Hardman on that 34C bike. The 22C of Greg Crow still in that third position. And fourth place is Phil Coulthard on the 29i. So another win here to Glenn Soul on the 13i. He'll take the win from Michael Hardman in second spot on the 34C bike. Then the 22C of Greg Crow claims third place, and fourth place will go to Phil Coulthard on the 29i. That one running a time of 72.35. 72.35 was the time. Right folks, race 19 on the program. Division 2, Heat 2 of the Pee-wees. We should see Axel Olivera, the 5C bike, coming out of gate 1. Slade Fordyce, the 9i bike from Moore Park, comes out of gate 2. Dakota Rogers Green, the 73C, comes out of gate 3. Jackson Harley on the 33C comes out of gate 4. Luca McKinley, the 4C bike, comes out of gate 5. And Sam Coulthard on the 44i bike will come out of gate 6. Big field of Division 2s in the Pee-wees here. Full field with the visitors from Moore Park. Axel Olivera, 5C, gate 1. Slade Fordyce, 9i, gate 2. Dakota Rogers Green, the 73C, gate 3. The 33C of Jackson Harley, gate 4. Luca McKinley, gate 5 on the 4C bike. And Sam Coulthard on the 44i bike out here in gate 6. All happy. Tapes rise. Oh, very quickly out the gate was the 4C of Luca McKinley, the 9i of Slade Fordyce in that second spot. Then we've got the 44i of Sam Coulthard just slipping through the inside of him there. Then we go to the 5, is it, of Axel Olivera in that fourth spot. And Dakota Rogers Green rounds him out in that fifth position. So it's the 4 of Luca McKinley coming under a bit of pressure from the 44 of Sam Coulthard as they make their way round Dakota Rogers Green. Back through they come. It's the 44i of Sam Coulthard, keeps it down low. The 4C of Luca McKinley goes up and moves back to that second spot. Then we've got the 9i of Slade Fordyce in that third place, and the 4C of Luca McKinley in that fourth position. So a good win there to Sam Coulthard on the 44i. From the second place getter, the 4C of Luca McKinley. Then we had the 9i of Slade Fordyce coming home in that third place. The 5C of Axel Olivera got fourth place, and fifth place going to Dakota Rogers Green on that 73C bike. That was done in a time of 61.58. 61.58. Right. Division 1 Pee-wees Heat 2. Rossi McKinley on the 46C bike. Coming out of gate 1. Eli Bartley, the 5i bike, comes out of gate 2. Chase Slang, the 16C bike, should be coming out of gate 3. And the 72C of Oscar Drake on the outside here, gate 4. Motors rev, away they go. Oscar Drake got out of there fairly smartly, so too did Rossi McKinley, but it's Oscar Drake that hits the front. Now Chase Lang once again on that 16C bike, he moves himself up into that second spot, and Rossi McKinley goes back to third, and the 5i of Eli Bartley rounds him out in that fourth position. Oscar Drake coming under a wee bit of pressure here now from Chase Lang on that 16C bike. Chase Lang hits the front. Oscar Drake goes back to second spot. The 46 of Rossi McKinley's got to be content with third. And Eli Bartley on that 5i bike back there in that fourth place. They get shown the white flag. It's still the 16C of Chase Lang from the 72C of Oscar Drake. Then the 46C of Rossi McKinley and the 5i of Eli Bartley. Another good win there to Chase Lang on the 16 bike. The 72C bike of Oscar Drake comes home in second place. Third place went to the 46C of Rossi McKinley, and Eli Bartley came home in fourth place on that 5i bike. That one was run in a time of 50.99. 50.99 was the time. Race 20 in the programs, folks. This is the 125cc Heat 3. We should see the 44i of Mason Coulthard coming out of gate 1. The 55i of Dakota Kringle coming out of gate 2. The 86i of Finn Reid coming out of gate 3. And the 14i of Cormac Buchanan coming out of gate 4. So this is an all-ariti heat here. All the Invercargill boys lighting up. Great to see the support from Moore Park, from the juniors and the seniors here at Moore Park. Mason Coulthard on that 44i bike, he's lined up. Dakota Kringle's there, they're all set. Tape fries and away they go from the outside. Cormac Buchanan got away fairly smartly, so too Dakota Kringle. So there's a bit of a battle on here. Cormac Buchanan and Dakota Kringle for one first and second. Cormac Buchanan hits the front on that 14i bike. Dakota Kringle, the 55i, he tries to slide back up underneath Cormac Buchanan. He doesn't quite pull it off. Third place is the 44i of Mason Coulthard, and Finn Reid on the 86i. He uses all the track trying to get round the outside of Mason. But it's Cormac Buchanan now who's got a couple of bike lengths over Dakota Kringle and the 44i of Mason Coulthard, and young Finn Reid on the 86i rides them out in that fourth place. Through they come. It's going to be Cormac Buchanan who'll take the win. Second place going to Dakota Kringle on the 55i. The 44i of Mason Coulthard takes third place, and the fourth place there going to the 86i of Finn Reid. That one run in a time of 46.36. 46.36 was the winning time for Cormac Buchanan. Right, Heat 4, Caleb Woolley, the 25C, Chase Burrow, the 13C, and Frankie Ray Lelivre, the 23C. Caleb Woolley should be in gate 1, Chase Burrow, gate 2, Frankie Ray Lelivre, gate 4. Caleb Worley lining up. Chase Burrow moving his way in. Frankie Ray Lelivre set there in gate 4 on that 23 bike. Caleb Worley having a bit of a problem there. Things not quite right, something wrong with his bike. Unfortunate for Caleb Worley. Not sure what's going on there. Looks like he's lost a chain or something, has he? Obviously having a wee problem with the tapes there, so they're going to start them on the light. So boys, so just Chase Burrow and Frankie Ray. So it's Frankie Ray Lelivre that hits the lead here on the 23C bike from Chase Burrow on the 13C. Frankie Ray fires it back down into turns 1 and 2. And Chase Burrow sitting there in that second place on the 13C bike. Frankie Ray cranks it round sideways through turns 1 and 2 once again. Slides back through turns 3 and 4 here. Gets shown the white flag. Chase Burrow, the 13C, just a little bit further behind there. But it's going to be a good win here to Frankie Ray Lelivre. He'll take the win and take it quite comfortably from the 13C of Chase Burrow. That one run in a time of 49.08. Ben Whaley in third place on that. Oh, Jake Turner goes down, so Ben Whaley goes up, Worley goes up into that second spot, and Sean Cox in that third place. Jake Turner back up and running again. So it's Andy Aldridge who is leading the charge here from the 32 of Ben Worley in that second place. Sean Cox, the 10C bike in third place, and the 19A of Jake Turner in that fourth position after that bit of a fall down there in turn 2. They've got 1 lap left to go. It's still Andy Aldridge as he comes out of that McAlpine turn. Ben Worley not making much of an impression on him as they go down that road, pedals back straight. Out of that red band drainage turn they come, and Andy Aldridge will take the win from the 32C of Ben Worley. Third place will go to the 10 of Sean Cox, and fourth place going to the 19A of Jake Turner. The time there, 69.60. Rightio, Solo Division 2 coming up here. The 29i of Phil Coulthard coming out of gate 1. The 13i of Glenn Soul coming out of gate 2. Gate 3 is the 34C of Michael Hardman. And gate 5 is the 22C of Greg Crow. Takes up, they're underway. Who gets the best of it? Once again, Glenn Soul out of that gate 2 takes the lead here. Then Greg Crow and Michael Hardman have got a bit of a battle on here for 2 and 3. And fourth place is at the moment Phil Coulthard on that 29 bike. Michael Hardman goes up into that second place. The 22C of Greg Crow is sitting there in that third position. But once again, Glenn Soul leads the field here as they go down through that Concut turn, and out of that red bandanas turn he comes. Still Glenn Soul from Michael Hardman in that second spot on the 34C bike. The 22C bike of Greg Crow in that third position, and the 29i of Phil Coulthard in that fourth place. White flag this time round. Showing to Glenn Soul, Michael Hardman, Greg Crow and Phil Coulthard. Down the road, medals back straight for the final time. Glenn Soul. Out of that Canterbury demolition turn he comes for the checkered flag. So another good win there to Glenn Soul. Second place to Michael Hardman on the 34C bike. Third place goes to the 22C of Greg Crow, and the 29i of Phil Coulthard comes home in that fourth position. That one run in a time of 75.50. Put your hands together for Glenn Soul, the winner here today of the Classic Solos. For the Short Track National Champs, he's the winner, folks. Been pretty consistent all day, so well done to Glenn. So all set and ready. Dale Finch right out on the outside here. Sam Taylor infield a little bit. Gate 3, Andy Eldridge gate 2, George Congreve gate 1. All lined up. Cape Rise are underway. Andy Eldridge got away smartly, so too did Dale Finch. So Andy Eldridge hits the front as they come out of that McAlpine turn. Dale Finch sitting there in that second spot. Third place is Sam Taylor. Unfortunate for George Congreve. He struck a problem and sitting down there on the infield. Dale Finch looks to try and slide underneath Andy Aldridge. He gets it a little bit wrong and loses a bit of ground as they come out of that AB engineering turn. It's all Dale Finch, Andy Aldridge here at the moment on the 23C bike from the 7C of Dale Finch and the 7I of Sam Taylor. Back down through that road metals, back straight they go into that Concut turn. It's still Andy Aldridge. He gets shown the white flag. Dale Finch, he's still right there with him as they go through that Canterbury demolition turn. It's still Andy Aldridge from Dale Finch and Sam Taylor, the 23C of Andy Aldridge. He'll take the checkered flag. He'll take the win. He'll win the solos here today at Moore Park. He is the short track national champ. Well done to Andy Aldridge. Take nothing away from Dale Finch. He fought a bit of a battle there. Didn't quite pull it off. He ended up in second place, and third place to the youngster Sam Taylor, coming home on that 7i bike in third place. So put your hands together for Andy Aldridge as he heads around with that checkered flag. He's the winner of the short track national champs here at Moore Park. Well done to Andy Aldridge. Bit sad for George Congreve, striking that problem down there in that Kaiapoi collision centre turn and not being able to compete in the event. Great wheel stand down the back straight from Dale Finch, showing off his skills. He hasn't lost any of it since he's been away riding in the 600 class on the hard track. Andy Aldridge once again gets it up on the back wheel. Good to see. As you may well know, Andy had a bit of a hiatus away from solo racing, had a bit of a break, but he's come back and he's come back better than ever. So well done to Andy Aldridge. Rightio folks, we're moving up along into Division 2 sidecars Heat 3. We've got the 62C of Jeff Aldridge and Jed McClellan coming out of Gate 1. We've got the 64N of Sam Satherley and Tony McKenzie coming out of Gate 2. We've got the 92C of Ben Matheson and James Shelby coming out of Gate 3. And we've got Aaron Sullivan and Desmond Shackle on the 35C bike coming out of Gate 4. Division 2 sidecars, Heat 3. Tapes up and away they go. The 92C of Ben Matheson and James Shelby got out of the gate fairly smartly, so too did the 35C of Aaron Sullivan and Des Shackle. The 64N of Sam Satherley and Tony McKenzie are in that third position, and the 62C of Jeff Aldridge and Jed McClellan are sitting there in that fourth place. So at the moment, it's the 92C of Ben Matheson and James Shelby that lead the charge down through that Canterbury demolition turn. Second place is the 35C of Aaron Sullivan and Des Shackle. Third place still the 64N of Sam Satherley and Tony McKenzie, coming under a bit of pressure from the 62C of Jeff Aldridge and Jed McClellan. Back through they come. The white flag gets shown to the 92C of Ben Matheson and James Shelby. Second place is still the 35C of Aaron Sullivan and Des Shackle. Third place still the 64N of Sam Southerly, Tony McKenzie, but take nothing away from the winner here. The 92C of Dan Matheson and James Shelby take it quite comfortably from the 35C of Aaron Sullivan and Des Shackle. Sam Southerly and Tony McKenzie on that 64N bike came home in third place, and fourth place went to the 62C of Jeff Aldridge and Jed McClellan. That one run in a time of 69.60. Right, race 30 in the program is Heat 4 for the Division 2 sidecars. We should see the 15C of Dave Buckland and Chris Johnson coming out of Gate 1. The 92C of Ben Matheson and James Shelby coming out of Gate 2. The 62C of Jeff Aldridge and Jed McClellan coming out of Gate 3, and the 64N of Sam Southerly and Tony McKenzie coming out of Gate 4. This time the tapes go up. The 92C of Ben Matheson, James Shelby got out fairly smartly, so too the 64N of Sam Southerly, Tony McKenzie, and I think it was the 62C or the 15C, sorry, of Dave Buckland, Chris Johnson in that third spot. So through they come. It's the 92C of Ben Matheson, James Shelby that have got the lead here from the 62C of the 15C of Dave Buckland and Chris Johnson, then the 62C of Jeff Aldridge and Jed McClellan, then the 64N of Sam Southerly and Tony McKenzie in that fourth place. So still the 92C of Ben Matheson, James Shelby leading the way here from Dave Buckland and Chris Johnson on that 15C bike. Then the 62C of Jeff Aldridge and Jed McClellan in that third position, and the 64N of Sam Southerly and Tony McKenzie in that fourth place. So through that long cut turn they come for the final time. Ben Matheson, James Shelby take the win from the 15C of Dave Buckland and Chris Johnson in that second place. Third place going to Jeff Aldridge and Jed McClellan on the 62C bike, and Sam Southerly, Tony McKenzie on that 64N bike came home in that fourth position. That was run in a time of 70.28. So not too far off the A grade, boys, these Division 2 sidecars. Right, Luca McKinley, the 4C bike, Gate 1. Jackson Harley, the 33C, Gate 2. The 44I of Sam Coulthard, Gate 3. The 73C of Dakota Rogers Green, Gate 4. Gate 5 is the 9I of Slade Fordyce. And Gate 6, Axel Lelibra on that 5C bike. Tapes up, away they go. Who gets the best of it? It looks like the 4 of Luca McKinley and the 44I of Sam Coulthard as first and second there at the moment, as that's the 9I of Slade Fordyce, is it, in that third position, I think. Fourth place is the 5C of Axel Lelibra, then the 33 of Jackson Harley, and Dakota Rogers Green on that 73C bike rounds them out. So Luca McKinley on that 4 bike leads the way from the 44I of Sam Coulthard, the 9I of Slade Fordyce in that third spot. The 5C of Axel Olivera fills that fourth position. Fifth place is the 33C of Jackson Harley. And Dakota Rogers Green rounds them out. The white flag there The checkered flag, sorry, now for the 4C of Luca McKinley. The 44I of Sam Coulthard takes the second place. Third place going to the 9I of Slade Fordyce. Fourth place going to Axel Lelevre on that 5C. Jackson Harley took that fifth place, and Dakota Rogers Green on the 73C will take that sixth position. So race 36, Division 1 of the Peewees, Heat 3. We should be seeing Chase Lang on the 16C bike coming out of Gate 1. The 5I of Eli Bartley, Gate 2. The 46C of Rossi McKinley, Gate 3. And the 72C of Oscar Drake coming out of Gate 4. Chase Lang just getting set there, Gate 1. Eli Bartley, the 5I in beside him. Rossi McKinley, the 46C. Oscar Drake, the 72C. He's drawn the outside again. So Oscar Drake, he gets away. And gets away pretty smartly. He's hit the front. Chase Lang and Eli Bartley having a bit of a battle there with Rossi McKinley. But out in front, it's Oscar Drake on that 72C bike. He's got Chase Lang on that 16C bike, trying to get round the outside of him. There's a couple of them getting out of shape further back in the field. Rossi McKinley on the 46C bike and the 5I of Eli Bartley. Chase Lang hits the front on the 16C bike. Second place now is the 72C of Oscar Drake, the 46C of Rossi McKinley in that third place, and the 5I of Eli Bartley in that third position. So a good win there again to Chase Lang on that 16C bike. The 72C of Oscar Drake takes second. The 46 of Rossi McKinley takes third. And fourth place there going to Eli Bartley on the 5I bike. That one done in a winning time of 53.24. Heat 5 for the 125s. We should see Dakota Kringle lining up there on the 55I bike in Gate 1. 44I Mason Coulthard, the 23C of Frankie Ray Lelevre, and the 13C of Chase Burrow. Tapes up and away they go. Who gets the best of it? Frankie Ray Lelevre and Dakota Kringle side by side as they come out of turn 2. Back down turns through turns 3 and 4. It's Dakota Kringle on the 55I bike. We've got Caleb Whaley there as well. He's moved up into second place. Frankie Ray Lelivre for the 44i of Mason Coulthard goes up into second place. Frankie Ray Lelivre back there in that third position, and Chase Burrow, the 13C bike, back there in that fourth place. So Dakota Kringle, the 55i, he leads the charge here from the 44i of Mason Coulthard. Then the 23C of Frankie Ray Lelivre. That's the way they'll finish. Dakota Kringle takes the win on the 55i. The 44i of Mason Coulthard takes second. Third place goes to the 23C of Frankie Ray Lelivre, and the 13C of Chase Burrow is in that fourth position. That one running a time of 47.71. This next heat of the Junior 125s, we've got Cormac Buchanan in gate 1, Caleb Whaley gate 3, Finn Reid gate 4. Oh, Cormac Buchanan stalled on the line, so it's just Finn Reid doing it all on his own. Red flag. So Finn Reid doing it all on his own. The red flag shouldn't have gone out, unfortunately, folks, but nevertheless. So it's Finn Reid doing it all on his own. I'm not too sure what happened to Caleb Whaley in that heat either.
Okay, folks, not often we do this, but we're catching up with one of the youngsters here that won the deal, Cormac Buchanan. That's fantastic, mate. How did you feel? You were, the short track champion now, even though you're short?
I felt relief, because I genuinely didn't think I was going to take that final out after the heat before the final, because I didn't complete that race. So it's like a huge weight off my shoulders, and I'm just glad to take it out. I
mean, it must be good for you to come all this way from Invercargill. You had one focus, you've achieved that focus. You must be absolutely ecstatic with yourself, are you?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
All right, so obviously there's a lot of people there that helped you to get where you are, isn't there? So who looks after you?
Mum and Dad and all of my sponsors, especially Mum and Dad, because Dad, he drove up here the whole 8 hours, and Mum, she's just there to help me out and stuff, so yeah, it's just amazing.
Absolutely. So you're still reasonably young, but is Speedway where you want to stay? Solos? What are you going to aspire to be?
I'm actually might be going to road bike soon because just want to try something different. So yeah, but I'm still going to stick with Speedway because it's very fun and thrilling. So yeah.
Did you not know, Cormac, that the tar seal, that's to get to a speedway track? I mean, that's the real racing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good stuff, mate. Well, that's fantastic, and congratulations, man. Awesome. Anybody else you want to thank?
Mum and Dad, Nan and Grand, Top Line Speedway Supplies, and Bike Trans, and Franken Auto Radiators.
Well done, buddy.
Thank you.
Alrighty, here we go. We've got young Frankie Ray, the rider of the 23C. Not your day today, obviously, but still, it's not always about getting out there and winning. It's about competing and all that sort of stuff. And so you'd be happy with your results anyway, are you?
Yeah, I'm really happy. And I'm really happy that Cormac got the win because he's one of my close friends, and I'm happy that it went to someone that's really good.
Absolutely, but I mean, obviously you're going to get to that point where you're going to be like that too, aren't you?
Yeah. definitely.
So what about, he just said he's going to go to hard track, so what do you reckon? Are you going to stay with the dirt stuff?
I'm going to be a world champ speedway rider, and I'm going to maybe race at Isle of Man one day.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome, wouldn't it? And so, who's your, the person that you see as admire that sort of motivates you to race speedway?
Probably Ty Woofenden.
Oh yeah, I know that fella. He does that speedway GP, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. Well, hey, that's awesome that you've attended this meeting, and you have a few sponsors and stuff. Who looks after you?
Go Fast Racing, Dino Works Ashburton, Mum and Dad, and Harvey Signs.
Good stuff, mate. Well, congratulations. Not the win, but you certainly did very, very well today. And I hope you had a good fun here at Moore Park Speedway.
I did, and I really enjoy this sport. I hope that heaps of kids get into it.
You tell them. Yeah.